Are you still quoting 30-year-old movies? Have you said cool beans in the past 90 days? Do you think Discover isn't widely accepted? If this sounds like you, you're stuck in the past. Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. And every time you make a purchase with your card, you automatically earn cash back. Welcome to the now. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
McCrispy strips are now at McDonald's. I hope you're ready for the most dippable chicken in McDonald's history. Dip it in all the sauces. Dip it in that hot sauce in your bag. Dip it in your McFlurry. Your dip is your business. McCrispy strips at McDonald's.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms, you can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
Mega is an improvised satire from the staff of a fictional megachurch.
We are here, the Lord, we are here, and we're ready to podcast.
Hiya, this is Hallie Lapin, coming to you from Twin Hills Community Church. We are mega, because we're giving our mega church a tiny family feel, because we're going to introduce you to members of our church staff and community. Today is no exception. We have a wonderful guest for you. As always, I'm joined by my co-host. He's the youth pastor for our high school ministry called Climax. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gray Haas, everybody.
Jeez, Hallie, what in the world is going on with you? This
Great.
is the most activity I've ever seen you have in my life.
I'm so glad you're here. I've been trying to get a hold of you. I've called you and called you. I've been calling you for 3 days. Where have you been? There's breaking news. There's huge stuff happening. What
Really?
a time.
Well, Hallie, I had my phone off because, well, I don't know if I mentioned him before, but my friend Clay
Mason Bannerman. Yeah. You
we
were with him somewhere?
Yeah, we went rock climbing this weekend.
Oh,
It
that's so
was
cool.
awesome. Yeah.
Okay, well, there's just breaking news, like
Oh,
a
really?
lot
What's
happening
going-
around
what's
the
going on?
campus.
Oh, really?
Well, late Thursday night, early Friday morning, our fearless leader, Steve, senior pastor, head pastor, lead teacher at Twin Hills Community Church, tweeted.
Hallie, you really need to check your Fitbit heart rate right now. It just
I
seems
know,
like
I'm
you're
getting
about to
so many
keel
steps.
over. Yeah.
Ooh, I have so many steps today. This is good.
Okay, calm down. What's going on with Steve?
Late in between Thursday night, Friday morning, he tweeted that he and his wife, Steve's wife, have tested positive for COVID-19.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Really?
And, there's a lot that's not known. The thing is, we know we can believe everything we're hearing because he's always told the truth.
Yeah.
So there's no room for doubt. But I mean, this is very scary. He has, I wouldn't say cavalier. I'd say he's been confident in, God's power to protect us in prayer. And, he has been, speaking in front of thousands of people every weekend.
I know.
But, he's up there and he's separated. And
It's just so crazy. I mean, if he can get it, it really makes me think that, that we could get it.
yeah, if he can get it, then maybe anyone can get
That's
it.
right.
I've heard that 7 million people have it in the United States, but
I
that's
don't really
just
believe that.
and that's a number, and they say the bigger the number, the less you really even calculate it, which
Right.
clearly I don't. But now I'm like, well, maybe you can get it, and he was pretty much saying it's almost over, and
I
it's
just can't believe he tested because when you test, that's just when you find it.
Well, I guess it was in his inner circle. I guess so many
no.
people on the church leadership team were having symptoms and then eventually tested positive. So I don't think he was going to test, but he sort of had to. I think he wanted to test to, say, I know a lot of the leadership team has it, but I don't. And then lo and behold, he did. And he has eschewed, is that a word?
I have no idea.
Masks.
Right.
And I'm not a fan of masks, as you know.
Well, I
because-
thought that, shoes don't matter in this scenario, really. It's, it's just, I don't
Well,
think
you don't
can
know,
get it
'cause-
through your feet.
Yeah, well, liberals are just, they'll say anything.
Right. Hallie, I'm just so upset, too, for his wife because, she's been decorating for Christmas already.
she's so excited about Christmas.
She loves
it's
Christmas.
her responsibility, and it's something she takes very seriously, and that she is precious to her. As she has many issues that she holds close to her heart. She's just done so much.
I know. She's been
she
amazing.
Has done
Steve's
so
wife.
much, and she also, a matter that is very close to her heart. That I'm surprised she could even, contract an illness when she's been so busy, trying to free, these kids that they've locked up.
Oh, really? Down at the border?
No, in IVF tubes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
She's really into getting those test tube babies out of their little glass cages.
Free them and get them united with their loving parents. And it's a big issue to her. And so I just don't know how she's going to move forward with the Christmas decorations that she's so excited about, and with, these causes of test tube babies that are, just languishing there in isolation in these tubes with no affection, no love, no nourishment. It just is more than your heart can possibly take. And I know it breaks the heart of God.
And it's crazy that she even contracted it, because they're basically never together. They're so busy.
Well, they're both so busy with their causes, but also, they're not a demonstratively affectionate couple.
Well, no, you can't have that sort of PDA when you're leading thousands of people. You can't be showing people, your private stuff, because your private stuff is basically public all the time.
I know.
Your privates are public.
And I feel like he is just so above reproach that even sometimes when I see, him reach for her really, sort of surreptitiously, she kind of, as every woman should, keeping good and upright men in line, she'll kind of smack his hand away.
I know.
It's so
cute.
But anyway, I just feel like for any of those of you who are listening, who are frightened in our community right now with our fearless leader having so many, big question marks about, I'm sure that God is going to protect him. This will all be over soon. It'll be no problem whatsoever. And we'll go right back on with things. But in the meantime, you know what I would say? I think this summer we got a clear word from God. And that word, those words from God are distilled down into the letters WAP, exclamation point.
That is right.
WAP.
We are praying.
We are praying.
Hashtag we are praying.
WAP, WAP. We are praying. We are petitioning. We are pleading with God to heal our fearless leader and his wife as soon as humanly possible, and everybody on the leadership team.
And Hallie, I think one thing we have to remember is that this could change everything, but it will change absolutely nothing.
That's right.
Test, check 1, 2. You need unique New York. You need unique New York. Does that sound all right? Ah, that's better. You can always tell something's missing when you get isolated results. Like AI that's only right for one of your systems. Get AI that can work across your data and applications. Learn more at IBM.com. The AI built for business. IBM.
Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
Just like Jesus gave us all the information we could possibly need to save our souls, our guest today gives us information. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lorelei Lapin.
Hey.
Hey, Lorelei. Well, I've actually never seen you from I've never seen your legs, because you're always behind the information kiosk there at the front of the church.
Yeah, do you want to see him? I was kind of like waiting for this moment.
Let's have a look at him.
Okay.
Okay, here they are.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And see how see the bottom?
Yeah.
There's
just
that,
kind of.
Yeah, you've got feet. You've got feet
But
down
it's
there.
like your legs
Yeah.
just go straight into the foot there, just not really an ankle at all, so to speak, huh?
Yeah, no, I was born without ankles.
Oh, really?
So,
Wow.
yeah, so it's truly just right shin to foot.
Shin to foot.
Wow.
But it works perfectly fine.
Can you play sports at school?
I can play volleyball. I can catch in baseball. I can I can walk in baseball. I can be the ref in basketball, and in cricket, I can't really do that. And in hockey, that's hard.
Man, you should try kayaking. You don't even need a lower half. They can just shove your trunk into one of those plastic boats. It's all upper body. You'd love it.
I know. You're basically kayaking for your job right now. If you thought about, if the info desk was a kayak and the church was a river and you didn't have a paddle, that's basically what you're doing.
That is true.
Yeah, I like your biker shorts too. That's cool.
Thank you. These are handmade. My mom makes these.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Wow.
They're made from donated bandanas.
Oh, that is so cool.
I was going to say, because I've never really seen a biker short that doesn't have stretch to it, but those are it is kind of I guess you would call it a bandana material.
Well, they're kind of disposable, honestly, because it's kind of a one-time single use, because you have to get sewn into them and then you have to rip them off.
Have you ever had any comments, just in terms of, does that sort of adhere to the dress code of what someone should be wearing when you work at the information kiosk? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I have heard that I shouldn't wear them, but actually no one ever sees my legs, so it hasn't really been an issue. Right. I only got scolded once when I had to hop over the desk to save some guy, and then people saw my legs. And
I heard you saved that guy. You did the You did the well, they don't do mouth to mouth anymore on
I did ESP on him.
Oh, you did ESP on him. Now, what is that exactly?
It's when you kind of like mentally try to just get whatever they're choking on out of their throat. So I really just kind of thought really hard, right up in his face. And eventually someone else came and just kind of like popped him on the chest.
Okay.
It was a bacon what is it called? A pig in a blanket.
Okay, so a guy was choking on a pig in a blanket. You did ESP, but he really needed a Heimlich, I think, is what that story maybe boils
Ultimately,
down to.
yeah, that is what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what attracted you to giving people information? I mean, what is it about the information desk here at the front of the church that really that was really your calling?
Well, it's kind of a couple things. So, like, first of all, my dad used to do this job, so it's kind of in the family.
Okay.
And then also, I've just always been really good at giving directions and giving information. Ever since I was a little kid, people will approach me on the street just to ask how to get to places. Like, I just have a face like that. Like, people think I know stuff. I'm kind of like wizened or wizened. And so like it kind of comes in handy. And so like really just having this job feels like a natural thing for me. It's kind of my gift.
Wow.
And how's your dad?
My dad, he's well, the irony is he's missing.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
That is kind of the irony that, people ask you for information and then it turns out that your dad, it seems like it would be great if you knew that information.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually feeling pretty sad right now that I don't.
Oh. Wow. I mean, I'm going to put that on my prayer list, Lorelei. I'm going to pray for that.
Thank you.
How long has he been missing for?
So now, what's the date? What is it?
Early October?
So yeah, it's been 6 years.
Oh, so quite some time.
Yeah.
What's the most common question you get there at the info desk?
Where's the bathroom?
Okay. And where is the closest bathroom to the info desk?
So the closest bathroom to the info desk is actually the employee's bathroom. You can't go there. So I usually do tell people that just because they do ask where's the nearest bathroom. I say, I can't tell a lie. The nearest bathroom is right there, but that one's just for me.
Now, under what circumstances did your dad disappear?
Okay, well, are you like a detective or just someone who's interested?
Well, a lot of times people do come to me and ask me to, solve the problems. So I wouldn't say I'm a detective, but I do kind of have the look. And if I was in a movie, I'd probably be cast as one. So I might be able to help.
Okay. Well, what happened was that my parents have been married for a long time and they don't believe in divorce. And my dad, what happened the last time I saw him, and I don't know if this, we haven't been able to figure it out, so good luck. You don't even know him, but he said, if I can't stop living here once and for all, I'll have to find a way to end this mortal life, and if I can't do that, then I have to figure out how to never be seen again. And then he left, and we never saw him again, and we don't know, what happened to him or where he went, and I don't know why.
That was going to be my first question, and I don't know if this is a prompting from the Holy Spirit really letting me know something about your dad, but my first thought was, did he leave a note? Did he give away any of his most cherished valuables? Is there a chance that he was unhappy with his environment at home?
He took every cherished thing with him. and
Okay.
all of his
packed.
bank.
Oh, he packed
And he took all of his clothes for every season.
Okay. So I guess he's not really missing as much as he kind of just maybe went away.
Yeah, did he just take off?
I don't know where he is.
That's true. That's true.
You know, it seems like the info desk would be such a great place because you never know. One day he could come walking in there and there you
Oh,
are.
I would love that. Oh, wow. Oh.
And you could crowdsource. You talk to so many people, especially on the weekends when people are at church for services. You could start to crowdsource. You could be like, the bathroom's down the blue hall to the left because I'm assuming you're a male or whatnot. And then you could say, and by the way, have you seen a gentleman in his 50s? Well, or 40? How old is he?
My dad is 30.
He's 30 now?
He probably is 30 now.
He was 24 when you last saw him? Wait, and you're 16?
And you're 16.
So he was a teen bride, or he was a teen...
He was a teen bride. He married my mom when they were teens.
Okay.
Oh,
How old was your mom?
Yeah, is your mom his age, or is she...
My mom is a lady. She never tells her age.
Oh, what does she look like she might be?
Senior.
Oh, senior.
A senior citizen?
Or a
in
senior
high
in
school.
high school. Okay, good.
Oh,
You know,
looks
Hallie,
like a senior. That's
You know, sometimes, Hallie, I think it's maybe not worth going back through all the past because, you know, there's probably no answers there about where her dad is. What we've got to do is we've really got to look forward to the day he comes back and where he might be.
Yeah.
And, you know, especially when it comes to the wisdom of the crowd, you know, I think we're living in a time where, you know, you could maybe put a post on Facebook or something and maybe find out what people know where he might have gone. Because it seems like a lot of people get good information on Facebook these days.
It's always felt really vulnerable to me to post on Facebook about my dad, and I never really wanted everyone to know that he's missing because it's kind of embarrassing.
yeah.
But maybe I will. I don't know. I could put it out there and see what people say.
My son, Day, he always tells me, Mom, nobody under the age of 50 is on Facebook. And I said, well, how are you all connecting with each other? Like, are you kids using different platforms nowadays? What are you on?
Yeah, actually, all my friends use TikTok to send messages via dance.
Oh, yeah, I noticed that it's just all dance. Wait, that's how you're actually talking to each other? Like a kind of a charades dance?
Yeah, actually, if you watch TikToks, you actually learn that they are communicating more than you think.
Oh, really? That you know, that's what I was a bit confused the other day because I did see you at the desk and I was wondering, hey, where is leadership meeting? Do you know what room it's in? And you did sort of, I thought you were using semaphore or something, you know, that they use on a Navy ship, but that was a TikTok dance you were doing to tell me where to go.
Yeah, I actually remember this interaction, and I was saying, go northwest.
Okay, right. Yeah, I left it, to be honest, Hallie, I left a bit confused, but I was thinking, okay, you know, these young people, they've got their own language. Yeah. I think that's really cool. And I kind of did one back to you, and then you just kind of went, I don't know, the light kind of went dark behind your eyes, and you just went back, you know.
Well, I don't know if you know what you said.
Oh, right. What did I say?
You said you don't respect women.
Oh,
okay.
no. Great. What did the dance look like?
Oh, it just kind of looked like this.
Oh.
I can't believe you would dare repeat it.
It just seems like you're doing a lot of like shaking your finger. No.
Right, but then you also
And
have to like touch your shoulders a lot, and you have to kind of do like a swipe across your chest.
But it looks like you're doing the like slit your throat like symbol.
Oh, maybe that's where I went wrong.
And then kind of shaking your hips.
Right.
Huh. Wow.
So, well, I'm really sorry about that. I guess I just, you know, I didn't know what I was saying, but I did think it was cool that you were giving directions in that way.
And we really missed you at the leadership meeting. But I was wondering, Lorelei, why do so many of the girls have to dance, communicate in bikinis on TikTok? Is it really necessary that you're kind of showing more skin?
I think typically you actually that actually is communicating more information. So based on what part of your body you're showing, that's those are pronouns, those are adjectives, those are everything that you need to kind of like. Yeah. So like if I show my leg, you know, I'm trying to communicate a certain thing. I actually don't feel safe telling you all of it because you're not in my demographic, you know. And if I start to share these things, then ultimately we're gonna go down a road where we don't really have our secret code anymore. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah, and this is going to be so hard for me to look up because I just started eventually Googling all the text things, so I knew what my kids were saying, like LOL and LMAOFAO and LMFAO. I said, hey, Google, what does LMFAO mean? And how am I going to do that for TikTok dances?
That's actually the beauty of it. You can't Google it. But do you guys ever dance together? Is that something that you've ever done? Are you in a relationship or are you just hosts?
Oh, well, I'm married to my husband, Lance Laban.
Oh, yeah, you did say that. So
And-
what's this relationship? Are you
I'd
guys
say-
in love too? Or
I'd say you're one of my best friends in the whole world, Gray.
Oh, thanks, Hallie. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm really busy right now. I don't really have time for dating, and I've just been really kind of focusing on two things, and that's my teens in climax and the Word of God, and then sort of also sort of parallel to that, just working out, doing CrossFit. So
you never really had a relationship, or you're just not in one right now?
This is kind of crazy that you would ask me this, but I've been in a lot of different relationships. I used to really date a lot. I'm still dating. I do have I do have a lady friend right now, and it's going really great.
What's her name?
Her name, my lady friend.
Yeah.
Her name is Minga.
What does she look like?
Oh, she's awesome. She's got these big eyes, and she's really got an amazing smile. Just like really, like when somebody's got like big teeth. She's got these awesome big teeth, and she kind of she's got cool bangs. Like she razor cuts her bangs, which I think is awesome. And she's a marine biologist.
Oh, wow. And she lives in Ohio, right?
Yep, she lives in Ohio.
Have you met each other in person yet?
Hallie, we're really taking it slow because it's just, there's so much chemistry there and we just don't really want to be tempted. And so pretty much I bet by the time we meet in person, we're probably going to be talking about, getting engaged or something like that.
Oh, maybe get her a promise ring.
Right.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
Wow, so you're actually you're getting close to getting married.
Definitely, we are definitely praying about it because I think what we're doing right now is just we're in that time where we're like, we both recognize that we have a God-shaped hole in our hearts, and what we're looking to do is fill that hole. And first, there's just, it can be really, and also, I've just been really talking to my friend Clay Mason about it because he's just like, hey, you got to take it slow.
His name's Clay Mason?
His name's Clay Mason.
But that's his first name, right? It's
Right.
Clay Mason Bannerman?
Right, Clay Mason Bannerman. I'm not sure if I mentioned him before, but, he's just like, you got to take it slow because, I can tell you guys are really like soulmates, but, just be careful there because, you don't want to jump in anything too soon.
You and Clay Mason, you're always spotting each other on lifting weights and stuff. You're not making any room for you to meet any girls.
Well, Hallie, how do I plan a wedding if I don't have Clay to basically, because, basically he's going to be my best man, I'm sure of it. So I just want to make sure that, we've got all that kind of like all the guy stuff locked down so that then, I can just be like in a relationship with this lady who I just love so much.
I wonder if Clay is trying to keep you from meeting a girl because he just got broken up with because Juliana Zobris dumped him and she's a major star.
Hallie, I don't know about that. Yeah, I just, it's really cool that we're talking about me, but I just think that, I would love to hear about Lorelei. What is some of your hobbies?
Whoa, you got really frazzled there. I guess we could turn it back to me, but I was pretty interested in what you're talking about.
I don't know.
What does Clay Mason look like?
Oh, he's awesome. Okay, so he's pretty tall. He's like probably like 6'3". He can deadlift like 320 like super easy. He's got these really cool sort of striated lats that I've kind of been helping him with. He's got perfectly square jaw, perfectly symmetrical eyes, pretty much perfect hair. He's got shoulder length hair that's like that he's growing out, that he said it was growing out because of quarantine, but really he was like, look, I'm day trading now. I don't even need to have short hair. I'm not going into an office.
I just feel like
or
you know a lot more about like when I asked you what the girl looked like you kind of didn't really describe her, and then you said she's a marine biologist, and then you kind of just said she had bangs, and then with him it's like I really could see him,
Yeah, I even could see it seems like he shaves his whole body. Does he have body hair?
Yeah, he does, but he definitely trims it. I don't see what the big deal is. Like, look, I'm telling you, the thing, okay, you know what? I'm an open book. I love to talk about this stuff, but I really would love to know what Lorelei is your favorite song?
You know, I don't know a lot about marine biology, but is there a lot of it in Ohio? Because don't you have to be by a body of salt water?
Yeah, that seems like a hard place to like start out as a marine biologist. Like, you don't really have much to learn about it unless you worked at an aquarium, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Well, guys, that's what she does.
What city in Ohio? Is it a big city?
She's in Akron.
Akron, Ohio. Okay.
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Now, Lorelei, did you first meet Gray by coming to Climax? Are you one of his Climax kids?
I didn't come to Climax with Gray. I actually met him because he came by the information desk like 15 times one day because
I think that's a few too many.
Well, I don't know what was going on because it seemed like you were really stressed out, but you this is actually making a lot of sense because you were asking me if I saw the guy with a square jaw running which way did he go? And you were crying, and I really was like, I didn't see him, but I'll keep an eye out. And then like you just came back a bunch of times. I'm like, did you see him? Did you see him? And I kept being like, I didn't see him, but I mean, if I see a beautiful man running down the hall, I'll be sure to remember. And
okay,
and then you were like, you were
handsome,
sobbing.
Oh, great.
No,
which I guess
sorry.
I shouldn't have brought up, but
no, this is totally cool. I'm a totally open book about this stuff. I don't want to correct you, but I will. Those weren't tears. Actually, we just finished a pretty hard workout, so I was just sweating. And we had gone down to the gym here, and I wasn't looking for Clay Mason. I just got kind of worried because he left in a bit of a hurry, and then I was like, okay, he's not answering his phone. I thought maybe he got in a car accident. So I really appreciate that you helped. Well, you didn't really help me that day. You just kept saying like, I don't have any information for you. And I was like, okay.
Sometimes that's the most help I can give.
Anyway,
that's profound.
When someone speeds out of a parking lot and then doesn't call you, you gotta, they could be dead on the road. So I just wanted to make sure he was all right.
Well, yeah, you were definitely concerned, but I didn't see him, so sorry. But that's how we met. And you later, you came by again, and then you asked me if I wanted to talk about my job on your show, and I was like, well, what is it? And you were like, it's everyone at the church has done it, and I was like, okay.
Right, and then I was kind of like, hey, if you do come on the show, if you wouldn't mind not talking about the time I came by the desk. And...
Oh my goodness. I totally forgot that you said that.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Water under the bridge.
We can edit it out.
No, what could I do to make it up to you?
Well, I'm trying to think, let's see. Maybe you could tell me what's your favorite sandwich?
Okay. My favorite sandwich is from Subway.
Ooh.
And here's what I get. Honey wheat bread.
Okay.
12-inch.
Okay.
Opened.
Yeah.
Turkey, roast beef.
Yes.
Portobello.
Awesome.
Tomatoes, shredded lettuce, and hot mayo and hot oil and hot vinegar.
Oh,
heat it up 30 secs, and then I like it served in a Subway bag wrapped with a napkin.
That's the best. They make a tight roll. It's so cool.
And then I have a bag of baked Lays.
Oh, I love baked Lays. Barbecue or plain?
Barbecue, and I put them in, and then I get extra crunch.
You put them in the sandwich?
Yeah. Then I get a cup, and I make Sprite, Coke, Diet Coke, cherry Coke, and root beer and water mix.
Wow, that's
everything
awesome.
they have.
I love a fountain drink.
So, Lorelei, what is the most difficult question you've ever gotten at the information desk?
Well, it's usually pretty easy because people are usually, like I said, they're usually asking where's the bathroom or where's the food court. So I guess, like in many ways, your question was kind of the hardest question I've ever gotten because you seemed, first of all, it's like your life depended on it.
Okay.
And yet it was kind of like, how could I know? I have these brochures, I have this map, like I know certain things, but not everything. And I can't see everything. I don't have like security cameras.
Well, I found out later, and it wasn't because of the info desk.
Oh, where did he go?
Well, if everybody must know, he got on a stand-up jet ski and he went out on the river for about 3-4 hours to just, rip around and blow off some steam like he does. So that's where he went. So I wish he had told me. I wish he had told you. I wish we all would have known where he went. And
he wouldn't have told me. I don't really know him.
Right. Well,
now, Lorelei, do you ever get asked spiritual questions? Like somebody coming out of the weekend service and saying, I need to know how to get saved.
I have a few brochures about being saved. I have one about what to do in times of personal crisis. I have one that's about like struggling with bisexuality. I have one that is like about heaven and hell and like main differences.
Awesome.
Oh, that's so cool. Now, do you ever get people who are distraught the way Gray was? Like, for instance...
I'm not sure if I was distraught. I think I was sweaty. I just worked out, and I thought my friend had died in a car wreck. So...
Like, what if somebody came out of a weekend service and said, Lorelei, I was in the service and I realized that I got an abortion and I did the wrong thing and I don't know what to do. Do you have information for me?
Yeah, so that's when I would show the difference between heaven and hell pamphlet and just so they had the understanding of what they did and where that kind of puts them. And that's been helpful. And then I also have one that's kind of like about abstinence.
Oh, good.
And just chastity, all that kind of stuff. Really good stuff.
That's really good. Now, I noticed you do have a ring on your left finger. Is that a purity ring?
Yeah, this is my ring with God. It's a ring that makes a promise to myself that I will literally never do anything sexual until I am ready to procreate.
Now, I just think it's really neat that we have a teen running the information desk because, you know what? First of all, you were with God more recently than we were. You were with God just 16 years ago before he put you into a little baby body. And also, I think teens now, like... You know everything that grown-ups don't. You know how to use new cell phones and technology. You just naturally know how to make things work and how to be online and, dance, communicate and all that stuff.
Yeah, I really love what you just said that I've known God more recently than everyone else.
Yeah. Do you have any memory of that?
I mean, when I came down from heaven to be put into my mother's uterus, I do remember a little bit of that. I think, the more I pray and the more I connect at church, the more memories I get of my time with God before my time here on this earth. And I do recall very clearly the moment when he said, "That's your mom, off you go." And he sent me down a little chute. It was like a slide. It was pure white. And it was like a water slide with no water, but I didn't need the water because it was so soft and full of feathers. And he just shoved my back and he shoved my shoulders. Like I laid down like a pencil. We know when you lay down a pencil. So I laid down like that. And then he pushed the shoulders of my spirit and I shot through the chute really. And then I went straight, snapped into being.
Whoa.
So what you're saying is you remember everything from the time before you were born, but you couldn't help me when a guy had just passed by the desk like literally 5 minutes before and you hadn't seen him.
Well, some memories are more important than others.
Well, agree to disagree.
Do you feel like if we put a lineup of guys in front of you right now, Lorelei, that you would be able to pick Clay Mason Bannerman out of a line?
Honestly, from the deeply detailed description that you gave, I think I could do it. Do you have options I can look at?
Well, I have a few pictures on my phone. Never mind, not that one.
Lorelei Lapin was played by Lauren Lapkus. Support all her incredible and creative podcasts at patreon.com/Lauren Lapkus and follow her at Lauren Lapkus. I'm Holly Laurent playing Hallie Labont, and Grey Haas was played by Greg Hess. Follow us and Mega the Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. And if you really want to get out of hell free card, support us on Patreon. The link is in the show notes.